Hey guys, Megan Lynn here, Spiritual Empress. What's up? Happy Sunday. Sorry I look so puffy and tired. I literally just woke up. And we had a huge party last night, so we blessed. I still have people that are sleeping over right now, so for me to record sometimes is like very frustrating because we're like the house that people come to and then they just sleep over. So I've been very, very busy. I hung out with Aquarius on Friday, so I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with the dynamic of when an Aquarius male and when an Aquarius female not argue, because it's honestly, I don't think I've actually been in a full-on argument with an Aquarius. It's not ever really an argument. I think it's just like an Aquarian form of argument. So in our context, it's an argument, but it really isn't. So I wanted to talk about that dynamic just because, God, you guys, I have so much fun. I've been hanging out with Aquarius. He's a chef, so we have so much fun together, and we cook, and you know, we just laugh, and we really, really get each other, and we get each other's little like weird quirks, because he has like, actually he has a lot more than I do. Mine are like fun quirks. Those are like OCD quirks. But anyway, thank you for likes, comments, shares, subscribes. Also, anybody who's reached out to me, who's talked with me in the last week, my week has improved. Thank the Lord. Like I said, God will take you to your knees, but I hope everybody is feeling better, because I've talked to a lot of you that are going through a hard time right now, and that makes me sad, because I have a very big heart for the world and stuff. So I hope everybody's week has improved. But yeah, so moving forward, I was going to talk about the dynamic, because I don't know if this is just my experience with Aqua men, but being an Aquarius female myself, I can say anytime I've ever kind of gotten into it with an Aquaman, I always end up winning. And I don't know, I know that Aquaman are like really respectful, and I don't know if that's why, or if, here's the thing about being an Aquarius, like everything's very logical. So even if we have a mood or we have a moment, at some point it seems like an Aquarius can reason that, hey, that was just a moment, and kind of reason it out within themselves. So I'm just going to go through this scenario, and this is what's happened with me with every single Aquaman that I've gotten into it with. This is literally the exchange that goes on, and y'all can chime in and see if this is true for you. But yeah, so I was hanging out with Aquarius. We were just, yeah, we cooked, and we had like a great time. Like, I always have a great time with him. He's a little bit towards Pisces though, and I can see a little bit like the Piscean kind of, he kind of wavers on that like length of Piscean sometimes, but I think that's why we get each other really well. Like, it's really like almost unspoken. Like, we don't have to say a whole lot. It's like all telepathic kind of, which I love that about our friendship. So we're hanging out. Okay, so the whole thing is he got mad because I fell asleep too early. Too early. That was the whole thing, okay? Like, this is not a big deal. Too early to him because he is a freaking insomniac. He stays up all night. Like, he'll text me at like 3 in the morning sometimes. Like, I fell asleep at I think about 2 a.m. because I'm exhausted. I have to sleep. Otherwise I have no energy. So I guess I fell asleep too early, and he was expecting to like turn up or stay up later or whatever. And so I woke up really early. I woke up at like 4:30. Like, I did not sleep in. I slept for like a couple hours, and I woke up at like 4:30. Well, he's still wide awake. So I went out there, and clearly he's irritated. I couldn't figure out why, and he goes, no, you just fell asleep too early. And I said, oh, well, you know, I'm sorry. And here's the thing. I am very quick to apologize, y'all. Very quick. Like, I am the first one to be acquiescing. I'm the first one to like, hey, let's hammer this out, like, what's bothering you? Okay, well, I'm sorry for that, like, let's move on. Like, I don't need to sit in a mood or in a funk or have negativity or whatever. And like, I think that's probably the Virgo in me that's just like A to B to C, like, let's get over this. But no, he continued to freaking pout, and he was almost like kind of ignoring me. And if y'all watch how you can tell if an Aquarius is mad, they always ignore, like little girls. So I just went, why are you acting like this? And I kept asking him, like, are you cool? Like, whatever, because he clearly was not acting cool. And he's like, yeah, no. He's like, I'm good. And I'm like, no, you're being that girl right now that's like, no, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do this shit with you. So I just said to him, I said, okay. I said, if you're going to be a fucking girl, I can be a fucking girl too. And I walked out of the room and I went and got on my phone. Like, and I'm sorry, like, if somebody comes and apologizes to you or tries to make things right with you, and I'm not saying that I literally just said it and went away. Like, I literally sat there for like 5 minutes in silence with him, just like, no, seriously, like, we cool or like what? And so I'm like, okay, you want to be a girl? I'll be a girl. Two can play a bitch, honey. So I left the room and I'm like on my phone, not being bothered by it, and I'm just sitting there on my phone watching videos, shit I'd normally do. And then so I came out to get a glass of water. Now I came out to get a glass of water, and he's, like I said, he's a chef, so he's like already making breakfast and stuff, and he's cooking. And then he goes, well, hey, and you could tell he had like snapped out of his mood because I had removed myself. And it's the weirdest thing ever when you remove yourself from an Aquarius. Like, Aquarius, we're always like fine doing our own thing. Like, we don't need to be sitting in moods with people. We don't need to be like drama. We don't, like, we're fine doing our own thing. So we don't need to like be around that person or know, like, be up somebody's ass. Like, we don't need to do that. So you telling us like to go away, or you telling us whatever, we're like, fine, whatever. So when I came back in the kitchen, he's like, hey, like, what do you like watching? What do you like watching in there? And I just flat out ignored him, like he was doing to me. And then he was like, no, hey, like, what are you doing in there? Like, what are you watching in there? And I said, you know what? You're being so fucking rude. I'm not even gonna talk to you. And here's the thing, like, when an Aquarius doesn't talk, people flip their shit. Like, they cannot handle, and I don't know if it's just a me experience, the men always come crawling back. Like, I don't know what it is, but the second I turn off, like, I remember, like, one of my aqua friends that I used to talk to, he literally couldn't handle that I wasn't talking to him, because he went way too far with one of our coworkers, and I got mad at him, and I put him in his place, and then I walked away, and then he couldn't handle. He goes, so you're just gonna like ignore me? You're not gonna talk to me? You're not gonna? So I don't know what it was. But I end up going outside, and I walked past him after I said that, and I went outside, and I was just like on my phone chilling or whatever, and he came out and he like apologized to me, and I'm like, this is literally an Aquarius dynamic. Like, at the end of the day, I don't feel like either one of us wants to argue or cause drama, but I feel like, I don't know if it's just because Aquarius females are so masculine that we can like match that energy, but my experience has been every single time I've argued with one, I've won. They always come crawling back. They always come back apologizing. I don't know if it's because I'm so logical or like what it is, but Aquarius typically, like both of us, we can reason at the end of the day what the actual issue is, and typically it's not about the other person. So just wanted to talk about that today. I just thought it was really funny. And I also feel like with Aquariuses, you can typically move past things. I've had a couple February Aquariuses, though, that have crossed lines with me. I don't like February Aquarius in that way. It's like they'll cross certain lines I don't like sometimes. But other than that, yeah, just wanted to do a little rant because I thought that was really funny. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I hope everybody is well. If you guys want to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, if you have things you want me to talk about, I don't really know what to talk about for the most part until you guys tell me, and y'all think up more things. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll talk soon. Bye.